After 5 desperate years of trying to have a child of their own, Clare Dando and her husband Matthew hit rock bottom. They'd remortgaged their home in Hampshire to pay for fertility treatment and endured enough stress and heartache to last a lifetime. Finally, they reached the stage where all the odds were stacked against them and all their hopes of becoming a family rested on one last tiny embryo. Christine Orsford takes up the story.
5-month-old Alex Dando is preparing for his first Christmas, and his mother still can't quite believe that after 5 years of disappointment and despair, she finally has the child she's always wanted.
His birth was just against all the odds. It really was. Everything seemed stacked against him, and now he's here. He's just so healthy and bonny and happy, and he will always be my miracle.
When Clare and her husband Matthew struggled to start a family, they wanted to become parents so much that they took a huge risk and remortgaged their home to raise £15,000 to pay for 3 cycles of fertility treatment. Months of stress and heartache followed through 2 punishing cycles of IVF. One pregnancy ended in miscarriage. Then, despite her fertility problems, Clare conceived naturally and lost that baby too. After everything that they'd been through, Clare and her husband somehow found the strength and courage to undergo a 3rd and final attempt at IVF. But when Clare had her eggs harvested, she was given bad news. She had this time only produced 2 eggs, and one of those had failed to fertilise. It was literally her last chance.
I was just absolutely devastated. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't see how we were going to get a baby from one embryo because the chances just seemed so low.
But scans show that against the odds, Clare had become pregnant. And after a rocky first 3 months, fortunes finally changed for the Dandos. Baby Alex arrived safely in the summer.
We just kept on looking at him and holding him and just thinking, he's ours. He's our baby. After 5 years, we'd actually had a baby.
She did very well to have just 1 egg, 1 embryo and then 1 baby. She was very lucky. She was very lucky. Probably this is the story for less than 5% of all our patients.
Clare and Matthew are now preparing to undergo more IVF in the spring in the hope of being able to give Alex a baby brother or sister. Christine